YouTube. What's going on, y'all, man? It's your boy DJ Next Door, aka D Weezy, whichever one you want to call me. In today's video, I wanted to think about the entirety of 2024. So, without any further ado, let's have a random talk. Now, in my opinion, 2024 went by pretty quick, as I said the exact same thing last year. But I think this year went by a little bit quicker than last year. You especially get caught up in those days when you're thinking it's Tuesday, but you look at the calendar, it's actually Thursday. The reason why I made this video is just to think back of 2024, especially in my eyes. And I just really want to know how y'all 2024 went. So here's a question I want to ask you. If you can describe your 2024 in your eyes with one word, what would that word be? In my opinion, that word would be challenging. And here's why. When it comes to the gym, I will say this has easily been the best year when it comes to me to gym my entire life, because I've lost a good amount of weight. I'm starting to see veins in my arms. I'm starting to see the definition changing because of my body and stuff. I'm more defined. Doing a side by side, it ain't the best. Obviously, it could be better, and I've seen better, but at the end of the day, I made progress this year. It's better than making none at all, because last year I was just straight up going up and down, and I was just stagnant at one spot the whole time, and I was basically at square one. So now I've made noticeable progress. I can take what I got, because you gotta see what you can get at this point, because I have nothing to complain about it at all. Y'all remember in 2021, the reason why I wanted to get into the gym was the moment when I was in my dorm room in college one day. It was around the time I used to always go to these food spots every single day and just throw down, bro, because the food at the school I was at was good. And for those y'all wondering, at the time, I was at Alcorn State University at the time. Shout out to HBCU. I was in my dorm room and I was just feeling sick. I was always feeling down. I always felt kind of heavy, and I was just thinking to myself, like, man, I don't want to feel like this forever. You know what I'm saying? So ever since then, I've been trying to get in and trying to do what I gotta do. Not gonna lie, the first year, I ain't know what in the world I was doing. I was out here thinking that Smart popcorn was healthy, so I used to get like big bags of them at Dollar General, and I used to eat either half a bag or a full bag of them a day. You know those Ritz, like oven baked chips? I thought those were healthy too. So I used to do the same thing with them, eat half a bag or a full bag of them a day. And I used to be drinking full sugar, forced drinks, like 2 of those a day. I used to drink these Ensures, like 3 of them a day, like half a pack. And they come with 6. So I would do half a pack or like 4 of them a day. And now thinking back of what I know now, and I'm thinking, so me applying what I know now this year, and me looking back how I was back then, I ain't know what I was doing. I ain't had a clue in the world. But this year with the gym, it's been really good. When it comes to the work life had a whole bunch of ups and downs. The last job I was at, it definitely had a bunch of ups and downs. It was pretty mentally challenging. It was really physically challenging. But for the most part, it was just me and my boss working. So I carried so much of a workload. I toughed it out for the last 6 months until I left. I really tried toughing it out mentally. I tried pushing through. And obviously, I was being grateful at the time, because I understand a lot of people are looking at jobs. A lot of people was trying to look at their jobs but ain't gotten hired. And me currently employed, my goal is to make the best of it. But as the days gone by, and as things started to progress day in and day out, me and the boss realized that it just wasn't for me, and I needed to look at something that's more beneficial for both me and him. So that was kind of the reason why me and him just split ways. He was understanding, and he was also relatable when it comes to that, because he understood how I felt, and I understood how he felt from a boss standpoint. So me and him just decided to split ways. So that being said, right now I am currently unemployed at the moment, but I have been applying to a few jobs. I actually got me an interview at one of them, and I'm still waiting on them to respond to me because they wanted me to update the resume. So I sent them the updated resume, and from there, hopefully this turns out pretty good. Hopefully I end up getting the job because I ain't gonna lie at this point. Now working is it's just stressful to me, bro. It's the first week of not having a job anymore could be cool and all that. But after that, when the high starts to wear down, you just realize how just bad it is, bro. In my eyes, it ain't. In my eyes, I just can't really do it. So hopefully this all works out and I can start back working again. Because once again, it's just stressful. When it comes to my life in general, this year, I really had to rely on patience and I had to rely on faith, because with me waiting on and hoping I land this job requires me to have faith, it requires me to have patience. With me in the gym, it's the same thing. You gotta put in so much work day in and day out. You have to be real selective with what you eat and drink. You have to really be mentally kind to yourself because it can get mentally draining. With how physical draining that being in the gym can be, lifting weights, doing your cardio, and all that stuff, and always constantly remembering that you're doing all this for a reason and you're doing this for a purpose. And that purpose is, it could be either you want to just get back to how you used to feel about yourself years ago and you never want to get back to that. It could be a confidence thing. Maybe you never had confidence most of your life, and with y'all doing this, you can build that up. You'd have the most confidence you ever had in your life. You can do this as a simple way of you just being productive, because in my opinion this year, I've really grown into somebody that likes being productive, whether it's being productive at a video game, being productive at work, being productive in the gym, and being productive in all other ways of life that you can be productive at. That's something that I'm going to be as well. So whatever your reason could be, to those that been in the gym or planning on going one day, just know that it's just going to be a whole lot of time that's going to be needed. It's going to take a lot of patience, it's going to take a lot of faith. But once you do everything you're supposed to do day in and day out for years, one day you're going to pat yourself on the back and just thank yourself for sticking to it. So that's how I feel. So yeah, man, I just want to come up here and reflect on my 2024. Let me know how y'all 2024 in the comments down below. If you lost a loved one, whether it's a sibling, a parent, a friend, it could be a pet, my heart goes out to y'all out there. To those out here that's went through challenging times, or those out here that struggled, whether it's a little struggle or plenty of struggle, just keep in mind that you made it to the year. You made it to the end of the year. A lot of people didn't make it this year, so be glad, be thankful that you made it all the way to the end of the year. And I just hope that 2025 be the best year of y'all life. So with that being said, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, turn button noise on. Y'all already know what to do. And I'll see y'all in 2025. Peace out, y'all.